What is love? Oh, sorry. Wrong video. Hey there, it's that coding guy here. Breaking it down and making it accessible. Today we're going to talk about tech debt. What is tech debt or technical debt? Maybe a term you've heard before. Well, Wikipedia says it's the implied cost of additional rework caused by choosing an easy solution now instead of using a better approach that would have taken longer. So in essence, sometimes we got to go fast. We got to get those features out the door, and that's the most important thing. And what we tell newcomers all the time is priority one, get the thing working. If it's working, we can ship it. We can always make it better later, except we never do, and then it causes problems in the end when we have to refactor a bunch of code because we built a bunch of code on top of the code that could have been made better. That's technical debt. So it comes in many forms, right? It can come in the form of commented out code. The longer code stays commented out, the less we have it in our memory banks. Code's laying around for a while, like, oh, that's a whole block that's commented out. Do we need that? Why was it commented out? So that's debt because that's time and effort we're going to have to take to figure that out. Duplicated code can be technical debt. When we're going fast, we're like, I don't have time to look around the rest of the code base to see if this has already been written. I got to get it out the door. I'm going to write it right now. So sometimes we do things the same way in multiple places when we could have abstracted one of those guys out into a helpful method and reused it in all of those places. And sometimes we just don't look or we missed it, the fact that it's already there and we do it again. That's technical debt. Because at some point, if what all of those different pieces of code do needs to be changed, we need to update it in all those places rather than just one if we had a method. Non-optimal code can be tech debt. I'm just going to for each through all of these things and do everything right now and not necessarily find a more optimal way to process that data. We're going to use the endpoint that we've got, not the endpoint that we wish we had. And so I'm just going to go get that data and transform it. And it's a little dirty, but it's going to work and we'll get it out the door. We'll fix it later. So anytime you do something, you're like, we'll fix it later, you're probably creating tech debt. And then missing test coverage can be technical debt if your team, and hopefully your team, is concerned about testing and coverage and quality, right? So if we get some stuff out the door really quick and we don't take the time to write those unit tests or integration tests, whatever tests we need to be sure about our quality, we're probably creating tech debt. We'll write the tests later in the next sprint, right? So these aren't the only examples of technical debt that you'll find out there, but I think that's a pretty good start. And some teams track their tech debt. I was on a team at one point, and we had a big spreadsheet, and there were probably about 100 different items on there. And, you can advocate as best you can and be like, hey, if I had a team of 4 people, I could probably keep them busy for a month working on this debt. And like, yeah, but we don't have those people, so do what you can with the time that you got. So if you're ever about to make one of those decisions, make sure that you don't have the time to do it right and do it now. And think about the tech debt that you may be creating with the actions that you're taking and the choices that you're making. So hopefully now you've got a better understanding of what tech debt is. High five. Cheers.